Hello, it's Greg Grizzled. We're back. We hope you're having a happy day wherever you're listening to this audio content from. As always, we'd like to thank you for your continued support of Greg Grizzled and Gaijin social media and writing efforts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a special episode of the Greg Grizzled and Gaijin, definitely not a podcast show. It's a thank you show. In 2018, Greg Grizzled and Gaijin, that's me, Craig Hoffman 11 on Twitter, has seen enormous growth on Twitter and on the Greg Grizzled and Gaijin blog. And that's a testament to the growing number of GGG superfans who have taken the time this year to like, retweet, and engage all of the content that I tweet. It's also a testament, and I should thank myself. I got up every single morning at 4 a.m. or earlier to make sure that I was maximizing my full writing and social media potential. And I'm a little winded from doing that, but I refuse to stop, and I refuse to take a day off, and I refuse to fail and give up. I'm either going to be one of the most famous and prolific writers and bloggers and social media people in Japan, or I'm certainly going to keel over trying. That's just me. And if you know me in real life, it's exactly how I go about my daily life, from everything from brushing my teeth to my job. So there's a lot of thanks to go around. And if I forget to mention you in this thank you show, it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate you. I probably am just getting truly Greg Grizzled and Gaijin, and I forgot you. And if I have, shout me out, and I'll be more than happy to sing your praises to the rafters if you have made a sincere effort for Greg Grizzled and Gaijin this year. So let's get to it. Start out. Gotta thank the Real Japan. Real Japan was kind enough to give me a guest blog spot on his very popular website. That was great PR for Greg Grizzled and Gaijin. Thank you, Mad for Maple, who's become a near and dear personal friend, even though we've actually never met in person. Things have come in between us. We had a chance to meet in Japan, and I was working like a dog, and he's had some family trouble. But one day I am going to meet those guys, especially him for sure. He's on Mad for Maple. If you don't know Kevin O'Shea, you should. He is the host of the Just Japan podcast, as well as a well-known nature lover and educator now living in China, but soon to be moving. Thanking writer Richard Lee, author. He has been a big supporter of much of our written content, always quick with a kind comment, retweet, and like. Appreciate him. We had some new engagers like Asuna Jo Plenis. I hope I said her name right. Again, another person I've never met in person, but I would love to. She is the most active retweeter. I believe she lives in Europe and France, of some of Greg Grizzled and Gaijin's popular blog content. Appreciate that. Puchipera Sensei, if you don't know John, you should. Not only is he great for Japanese help, and I need all the help I can get even after living here almost 14 years, he provides an enormous service to the Japan loving community with his recently live videos and great and growing website, not to be missed. Robert Brooker, an active and most positive supporter, really goes out of his way, especially when I do some of my more motivational talks, and he's just a great supporter. Bill Adler, author. If you don't know him, if you don't follow him, you should. He writes great books. I bought a couple, at least one this year that I read. It was good. And he also writes a quirky little fun blog on wristwatches, not to be missed. Darren Bigelow is also great. He goes out of his way to comment and be really positive about some of our blog content too. DJ Chabert, always a wonderful engager, witty and fun, and definitely a must follow. More recently, someone like Sunny LaRue. She's a great martini drinker, I'm told, as well as blogger and writer, not to be missed. She writes truly from the heart, and it's just wonderful stuff that I enjoy. Social media side, I know a lot. Jessica Phillips, a great now marketing gal. She's always quick with something positive to say to me, especially on Facebook, and her social media advice has been most helpful in helping me grow. B5 Info, another social media website. Very effective and great and useful articles for increasing blog traffic, as well as tips on how to make better content creation. In the Kansai area, I love Being Kansai, full of great schedules and content about the Kansai area, which is kind of my area. I'm always learning something new. I wish I had more time to go to some of the great events that they showcase, but I don't. Still, I live vicariously through their wonderful, wonderful feed. Also, Nippon Culture Quest, wonderful website talking about Japan that I enjoy a lot. Judy Lappin, a foodie, a fellow foodie, who always has time to comment on some of the more delectable pictures that I post of my lovely wife's home cooking. Appreciate her a lot. One of the first people who ever supported me, Tokyo Munchies. He runs a great website sending snacks from his house to yours, not to be missed, and a yummy, yummy, yummy must follow on Twitter. Among Cultures recently, a nice and growing blog that I try to read often. Mike Bowden, he's a chess kind of guru. I enjoy his content a lot. He posts some really witty and funny stuff as well. Always a huge, huge, huge supporter, and was kind enough to drop a review of my latest Grey Grizzled and Gaijin book on Amazon. Very, very appreciative of that. One More Gaijin puts out some great videos, as well as being a positive and positive supporter of me. I appreciate that a lot, to be sure. Kansai Photos, another Kansai area guy who also puts out great photographic content of this lovely area of Japan. He's a must follow. Cannot forget Ron Schindler. He's a great computer expert who goes out of his way at each and every turn to support Grey Grizzled and Gaijin and my writing and blog. DeVos, a lovely person. She just really is a kind soul. Her content, her photographs are of nature, and some short videos are great. Love that a lot. Cautiously optimistic, also a very positive person who always takes the time to comment and enjoy my blog. People like Happy Camper, who goes out of their way especially to comment on my food content. Scott Stanid, who posts wonderfully home-cooked meals and pictures that I love. Hokkaido, tough year there, but lovely. Kid Japan goes out of her way to support me. Isabella Bryan, see Isabella Bryan as I recall. Sorry, I'm trying to go off my head. Posted a great feature. Halloween was the big thing there. Lovely videos and some really fun content of that event that I've actually never been to, but now I kind of really want to go to. I know I'm forgetting something. Julianne Kintsugi Style. She's great, always kind and quick with a wonderfully warm content, and loves Japanese, like the finer side of Japanese fashion and culture, which I love a lot. I wish I could afford more of it, but I enjoy looking and talking about it, to be sure. West Coast to Far East, another great person that you should be following, runs a lovely blog that I enjoy. He actually guest blogged in one of the most popular posts of 2018 on my blog. I'll have to retweet that out when I get a chance. Great writer, positive person, really reminds me of my first days here in Japan and how fun life was. Really fun content that you should be engaging yourself. I know I keep going on and on. Victor Purton, he's an optimist, a really positive person. Wonderfully happy content. You know, if you followed me on any length of time, and if you're my friend or you know me in real life, I'm a really super happy and positive person, and I love other super happy, positive people. And you know, when you're an older foreigner here, sometimes it's easy to feel isolated, and there is sadly there are a number of older foreigners who kind of get down and are not nearly as positive as you might suspect they are, and you feel a little ashamed to be positive. And so someone like him really makes me feel it is okay to be a happy and positive person in life. Michael's Cafe American, wonderful food. I'd love to get out there and try out that restaurant. Well Said, though, who runs a ramen, and he's from Canada. Great, yummy ramen content. Always happy to comment when I post something about noodles. He's a big fan of Grey Grizzled and Gaijin, to be sure. Jasmine at Konnichiwa Japan, it's a travel help website rather. She posts some super content and easy ways to save money. Always important to me. Totori Japan, Music and Travel, wonderful website talking about that beautiful area. I've only been there like once or twice. I really, after seeing their content, would really love to go again. I should really plan a vacation. Robin Slim Show, a nice podcast, really not so much Japan related, but I enjoy that when I have a moment to sit down and enjoy a podcast now and again. Adam, he's great, UK living. At first I thought he lived in Japan, but actually he doesn't. He lives in the UK. He's a big fan of Grey Grizzled and Gaijin. Again, another person who always takes the time to shout out and share my content, and I'm really happy about that. Hamish Downing, great guy. Again, a person I've never met, but he's so positive, and his comments and his kind retweets and shares, great. David Hayter, another former guest blogger, great JET program and ALT website advice. I did a guest post for them. It was a lot of fun, and it looks great on the website, and that was just a wonderful opportunity to share some of the knowledge that I have, I don't know, happily or begrudgingly, depends on the day, accumulated here over the past nearly 14 years of teaching English. Again, Happy Camper is in there. I love them a lot. They're always positive. Mondo Mascots often is something kind to say, and tweets and likes a lot of my content. They're a great website if you love characters of Japan. James Reynolds, Chasing Storms, or whatever terrible thing is going on in the world, and there was a lot of that sadly in 2018 in Japan between a typhoon and several earthquakes. He is your go-to guy for that, to be sure. And again, I have to close this. Oh, and I cannot forget. Oh, God, I would hate myself forever. Fergie, who's actually from my home state of Ohio, almost finished with law school. Really positive engager who has gone out of the way to support us. And Jadan, if you don't know Jadan, I can't believe I almost forgot him. Sorry. He's a great YouTuber. Great fan of Grey Grizzled and Gaijin. Has some heartfelt and fun travel content that I enjoy a lot. And again, I'm going to have to cut this off at some point, and if I have forgotten you, my humblest of apologies, but I appreciate those of you who have made an effort to support Grey Grizzled and Gaijin. One more, they just keep popping into my head, I'm so sorry. Shalette Jackson, a wonderful actress, writer, and producer who always takes the time to support me in public and behind the scenes. I've known her literally 20 years. And those are the kind of relationships, if you've seen me on social media, that you know I value greatly in the virtual world, and even more so in the real world. So again, thank you to every single one of you who has taken the time in 2018 to support Grey Grizzled and Gaijin. And I hope in 2019, as I continue to think of my theme for the year, that in a year of 2018, when I willingly chose to lift people up and found out that I was lifted up by them even more, that we can do together more wonderful things to help everyone find big success on social media, Twitter, writing, blogging, and most importantly, in real life. That's it, and have a great year.